All right, I'm here with Jason from Crank Software. How you doing, man?
Hey, nice to be here.
Smart Kitchen Summit. How's your show been so far?
It's been awesome. You know, there's so much evolution in UIs going on right now for us, and like the kitchen is like we're really seeing a big tidal wave of everybody putting displays on their devices.
Yeah, displays are on everything.
Yeah, and so once they put that display on, the next question is, how do I make it look good? And you know, they're paying design companies lots of money to come up with design ideas. And now you have to make sure that engineering can bring that design home, and that's really where we step in.
So Crank Software is basically design stuff for UI interfaces?
Yeah, we have tools, software services that help people take their design and realize it on the hardware that they want to go to on the end target. So you know, whether it's an oven, a refrigerator, wherever it is that they're needing to go, we help them get into those embedded spaces. You know, it's not the same as building an app for your phone when you're going on to these on-screen devices, you know, so there's a lot of technical pieces, but then it's also making sure that you didn't lose the artistic
that it looks good. Yeah. You know. So they're building it with your software, is that how it's working?
Yeah, exactly. So we have lots of companies, because we scale all the way up and down to very small platforms to very rich platforms, and you know, there's low-price products and high-price products, and they have a different ability to put different size solutions inside of there.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you still need to make sure that it looks good, because that's so important to sort of brand acceptance.
Right, and with all these different platforms and all these different devices and ways things are displayed, do you find any challenge in like kind of mimicking or finding the different you know, platforms with your one kind of software to do it all?
Yeah, so we have one software, but you can, like, it's our software, it's called Storyboard Suite, but we can go across any of the platforms. So we can go on a very small MCU device at a very low price point, all the way up to a very rich piece, and we can even run on Android, Linux, it doesn't really matter. So no matter where the product owners are using as their platform, we can go there, but where our real advantage comes in is that the design team can pull in their Photoshop files, start creating their animations, and we allow it so it's not just a bunch of engineers writing code to develop the UI. The person who designed the UI, the graphic designers, whoever, they can stay engaged and they can actually work on the timelines themselves and control the look and feel without having to wait for engineering to come back and hope they did what they expected.
Right, yeah, it allows for more creativity that way. You don't have to worry about all the little teeny pieces.
Yeah, there's a lot more iteration in design, a lot better to be able to try something right on device very quickly, see how it feels, and let the designer be in control. If they want to change the font, they want to tweak an animation rate, they can do all these things themselves without having to take you know, sometimes a day or so to wait for engineering. If they say, I want to move this, change the font,
and
change
they have
this
to
animation,
push a whole other thing.
They wait for them to come back, and they're like, no, that's not right, a little more this way.
Yeah, it sounds similar to a lot of different kind of you know, app development as well, where you're like, okay, well, we just want to change this one kind of artistic design, and well, we have to wait a while for it to get pushed. Do you see like the future with all these different kind of smart devices we're seeing here at the show as well, being like having that more of a need for displays and things? Do you think that's a trend basically?
No, we're seeing so much with this. Like, people want a display, even sometimes they just need some feedback. So there's a lot of things coming at, there's voice, there's like AI coming in, but somehow they need to render that, you know, so you're seeing on your ovens or wherever, you're seeing recipes come up, they want to give some contextual voices coming in, but if it's just voice, they need some way to give the user feedback to make sure they actually had the right experience. So it's not one or the other, it's not like somebody just, I'm only going to make an app for my device, or I'm only going to use voice input, or the users want everything.
They want everything, yeah.
Yeah, they
we want that
see
future kitchen.
Yeah, I want to walk up, I want to touch and set my temperature, I want to set it with my app, I want to yell at my and tell them to get going, you know. So, you know, it's an all-inclusive solution, so I feel that we're right in there, and we're part of that ecosystem that has to come together for the end users. So.
Yeah, and you see that future kitchen being where we're just walking in and just saying the things we want, and then things make it.
I'm hoping it, but yeah, that's why I say that you have to have, it's all about context, and that's why you have so many different ways of giving that input, because, you know, take voice. Voice is great when I'm in the room by myself. Voice is not great when I'm having a dinner party.
A lot of people are talking.
Or when my daughter is singing at the top of her lungs.
Oh, that might be from experience.
Yeah.
So it's cool, and I really like the idea that you're building something that allows people to get that vision across in a quick way. So
yeah, no, we compress their time to market, because especially in this is another thing, is like getting these ideas out faster. So you get your UI on device. So you take the interface you want, you put it on the device. Well, you start getting feedback at that point, but at the same time, you're trying to get to market to hit certain key milestones and get the return on your investment, and you can't delay that. So we help speed that whole cycle up, speed up the seeing what it looks like on device, speed up getting feedback, and speed up iterating the design. So,
is there any big partners you're working with right now, or new initiatives you want to talk about here, or you talked about here?
I'm stuck right now. I'm working with a lot of big names and people who are displaying here, but
we're going to break the news right now.
Yeah, and I'm with them. But we're also working across multiple markets. The problems we're solving aren't just in the food industry.
Right, we're talking kitchen and food here, but you're moving
we just
on.
received like an award of innovation from John Deere. We've worked with a lot of large names inside of there, like Nintendo's another company. So it's not just in this industry. We have car companies using us. We have medical companies. Thermostats, we're on a lot of displays all over the place, and it's the same problem, how do I make sure my end design looks like it should?
Right, and I think that we're here at the Kitchen Summit, and I think that this is a microcosm of what's happening everywhere. In all the different industries, people want this kind of tactile thing.
No, it is exactly that, but it's just coming so fast now. This industry right now is moving at a very rapid pace, so we're seeing an accelerated push inside of this industry. And it's actually, a couple of years ago, it was a small segment to us, and now it's our largest segment with our customer base.
Cool.
So.
Well, Jason, thanks so much, and excited to see what you do next, and you'll hear about it at some point.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.